Most people pick a cat's gender based on nothing but gut feeling, childhood memories, or something their grandmother told them decades ago. Behavioral science reveals that gender selection might be the single most consequential decision you will make. Almost everyone gets it wrong for their specific situation. Number 1. The personality myth that ruins everything. You've heard the stereotypes your whole life. Female cats are independent and aloof. Males are cuddly lap cats. Shelters repeat this. Breeders repeat this. Your neighbor who has had cats for 30 years swears by it. Here is the problem. It is almost entirely backwards. Researchers at the University of Vienna conducted an 8-year study tracking over 1,200 cats across different households, and what they found completely overturns conventional wisdom. Intact males showed high territorial aggression? Yes. But neutered males scored 34% higher on affection-seeking behaviors than spayed females. The cuddly male cat stereotype only applies after neutering, and the stereotype became attached to the wrong version of the animal. Female cats actually initiate more physical contact with their owners, but they do it on micro-schedules that humans consistently misread as aloofness. They approach for exactly 2.3 minutes on average, then retreat. Male cats approach less frequently but stay longer, creating the illusion of greater affection. Your female cat is not cold. She is operating on a bonding rhythm you have never learned to recognize. Number 2. The hormonal window you've been ignoring. There is a critical period from 4 to 8 months that permanently shapes your cat's personality, and gender determines almost everything about how it unfolds. During this window, male kittens experience a testosterone surge that programs territorial and roaming behaviors into their neural architecture. Female kittens undergo estrogen fluctuations that wire them for resource guarding and selective social bonding. Here is what veterinary behaviorists discovered at UC Davis. If a male cat is neutered before 6 months, that programming is interrupted almost entirely. The brain pathways for territorial aggression never fully form. These early neutered males become what researchers call socially plastic. They adapt to household dynamics instead of trying to dominate them. But spaying a female too early, before 5 months, can actually increase anxiety-related behaviors by 28%. Her brain needs those hormonal fluctuations to properly calibrate her stress response system. The timing window for females is narrower and less forgiving. Most adopters never learn this. They choose a gender, fix their cat whenever the veterinarian suggests, and then spend the next 15 years wondering why their cat does not match the personality they expected. Number 3. The bonding difference nobody talks about. Male and female cats don't just act differently. They literally form attachments through different neurological mechanisms. Oxford's Animal Cognition Lab discovered that male cats bond primarily through proximity habituation. The more time they spend near you, the stronger the attachment grows. It's cumulative and steady. Miss a few days of interaction and the bond remains stable. Female cats operate on event-based bonding. Their attachments strengthen through specific, meaningful interactions rather than accumulated time. A single play session that hits the right emotional frequency can advance your relationship more than a month of passive coexistence. This explains why so many people feel their male cats are more forgiving. He is more forgiving because his bonding mechanism doesn't require the same consistency. It also means male cats often form shallower attachments spread across multiple household members. Female cats typically choose one primary person and bond intensely with them while remaining polite but distant with everyone else. If you live alone and want an exclusive, intense bond, research suggests female cats form deeper primary attachments. If you have a family and want a cat who bonds equally with everyone, males distribute their affection more evenly but less deeply. Number 4. The activity level deception. Ask anyone and they will tell you male cats are more playful and energetic. Another myth that research systematically dismantled. The University of Edinburgh's Feline Behavior Unit tracked activity levels across 800 cats using collar-mounted accelerometers. Spayed females logged 22% more total daily movement than neutered males. The difference comes down to timing. Male cats engage in short, explosive play bursts, highly visible and memorable. Then they sleep. Females spread their activity throughout the day in smaller increments that humans simply do not notice. She is playing at 3 a.m. while you are asleep. She is hunting imaginary prey while you are at work. You come home and she is resting, so you assume she is always resting. This has massive implications for your lifestyle match. If you work from home and want interactive play sessions, male cats are more likely to engage when you are available. If you are away during the day and worry about your cat being bored, females actually self-entertain more effectively throughout their active periods. Number 5. The Territorial Reality Check. This is where gender selection becomes critical for multi-cat households. Feline territoriality is not just about space, it is about resources, attention, and hierarchical positioning. Cornell's Feline Behavior Program documented something fascinating. In multi-cat homes, same-sex pairings create conflict 40% more often than opposite-sex pairings. 2 males compete for territorial dominance. 2 females compete for resource priority. But a male-female pairing establishes complementary roles with remarkably little friction. The research suggests something counterintuitive. If you already have a cat and want to add another, choose the opposite gender almost every time. Your resident male will be less threatened by a female newcomer. Your resident female will tolerate a male who does not compete for her specific resources. But there is a catch no one mentions. If you plan to eventually have 3 or more cats, the first 2 you choose essentially determine the entire social structure. 2 males first, and adding a female later puts her at a permanent social disadvantage. 2 females first and a male added later often becomes a neutral buffer, but he will struggle to ever fully integrate. Number 6. The aging pattern that changes everything. Cats live an average of 15 years. That is 15 years of behavioral evolution that unfolds differently depending on gender. Male cats tend to mellow dramatically with age. That playful, sometimes demanding energy gradually transforms into calm companionship. Veterinary behaviorists describe male cats as front-loaded, more challenging in youth, and easier in their senior years. Females show the opposite trajectory. Young female cats adapt readily to new situations, new people, new routines, but as they age, they become increasingly particular. Their preferences calcify, their tolerances narrow. Researchers at the Royal Veterinary College found that female cats over 10 years old showed 3 times more stress responses to environmental changes than males of the same age. This matters enormously for lifestyle planning. Getting a cat in your 20s when life is chaotic and unpredictable? A female's early adaptability serves you well, but be prepared for her to become less flexible as you both age. Getting a cat in your 40s when life is more settled? A male's trajectory might match yours better. Number 7. The health reality nobody wants to discuss. Gender does not just affect personality. It affects the medical journey you will share with your cat. Male cats are 3 times more likely to develop urinary blockages, a potentially fatal condition that requires emergency intervention. Female cats face higher rates of mammary tumors and reproductive cancers, even after spaying. Beyond disease, there is something subtler. The American Association of Feline Practitioners found that male cats mask pain and illness longer than females. They hide symptoms until a condition becomes severe. Females show discomfort earlier and more obviously. What does this mean for you? If you are attentive and catch subtle behavioral changes quickly, a female cat gives you earlier warning signs to act on. If you are worried about missing symptoms, male cats require more vigilant monitoring. and they often lead to more expensive emergency interventions when problems finally surface. Number 8. The question that actually matters. Here is what the research ultimately reveals. There is no universally better gender. There is only the better match for your specific life. Do you want steady, predictable affection or intense, selective bonding? Do you need a cat who forgives inconsistency or one who rewards dedicated attention? Are you adopting into a solo household or an existing multi-pet dynamic? What life stage will you both navigate together? The Tokyo Feline Research Institute surveyed 3,000 cat owners about satisfaction levels and found something remarkable. Owners who chose gender based on lifestyle compatibility reported 60% higher satisfaction than those who chose based on stereotypes or random preference. Your ideal cat gender is not about which one is better. It is about which one matches the life you are actually living. Every cat, regardless of gender, carries the capacity for profound companionship. But there is one bonding mistake that overrides everything else. A single error that makes gender, personality, and even health irrelevant to the relationship you will build. And most new cat owners make it within the first 72 hours.